is my Minecraft Alpha 1.0 progressive long play. How about a little more fun and then we'll go to Region B and do some scouting for a decent cave system. Alright, let's go. Okay, I think we're good. All we need are torches, some cobblestone, and the propitious time of day. Shortly before midnight. Not propitious. Well, we have been doing a lot of sneaking around, but I fear the approach to the fort at Region B is going to be swamped with mobs. This is white cloth, but it looks almost as gray as cobble. And this shaded side. Perhaps now is a good time to talk. Sneak and talk. My plan for this series is not to play in a forever world, but to play from beginning to end over a long period of time. The sense of progression that I am attempting to experience has everything to do with the anticipation of completion. Oop. I've been here before, haven't I? Yeah, things are getting dangerous. Patience might be a good idea. One aspect of this game is exploration. But in Minecraft Alpha, there is no large-scale biome. Oop, I got a situation. No, I really don't care if I collect his drops at this point. Oh, here he comes. No drops to collect. Anyway, the biome features repeat rapidly. Forests, beaches, oceans, not really any rivers to speak of. Nice jump, dude. Let's see. And in this old version, as in the latest versions, it makes more sense to follow the contour of the land. Oop, egg. Yeah, figured there'd be a price for that. Oh, man, he walks quickly. Is he still following me? Okay. It makes more sense to create regions using the oceans, and if no rivers, the ridges of any hills or mountains for boundaries. And the reason for doing that so that I can explore in pieces the world, a little bit at a time, and feel a sense of completion by carving out an arbitrary space as an area, a watershed, if you will, a coastline set up against a ridgeline or another ocean. And that just plays into my own love of geography, geology, the shape of the land. You have your mountains and your hills, not so much your plains, your beaches, large lakes, caverns, but they repeat very frequently. So here we have woods, here we have a clearing. I believe there may be a thicker woods, a sparser woods, and that's it. So, except for that elusive sugarcane, there isn't really a need to explore further across the world to find anything that we haven't already found or can't find back in Alsea. However, I do love the variety of the landscape. So, regardless of there being any new resources out there to find, again, except for sugarcane, perhaps I should look that up again. There isn't much practical value in developing further sites. But I'm going to do just a little bit. Besides the fort, I'm going to find a cavern. And eventually I'll build a trail from the fort back to Alsea. And then I'll continue as I wrap around Alsea to explore all the neighboring locations. And then my exploration will most likely stop. I may not even complete that exploration before I accomplish all the other goals, like finding all the resources underground, crafting everything that can be crafted, and creating a build that either collects or makes use of everything you can collect or make use of, and tying that all together in a meaningful way, as if someone came to this strange land and built a place that was a monument to their experience and their curiosity and their sense of discovery. So, with that in mind, and the fact that I am not looking to build even an additional structure I call the shelter, something I used heavily in my Minecraft release 1.1 series, because there are no new unique resources here. Just a repetition of the same. In any case, let's go check out this cavern. And I think I probably will collect its resources. And there we have it. As I may have said elsewhere, my preference for mining is to follow the caverns and not to strip mine. Not at least until I get down to diamond level. And then I will strip mine. This encourages exploration. It makes going into every cavern something interesting. Because you don't know if this cavern's going to end quickly or provide an abundance. And not knowing that is part of the fun of finding out. Alrighty, this would appear to be the next closest. And of course, as you saw, if a cavern plays out, I take away the torch. Another dead end. But I get something. I almost thought, why explore at all in Alpha 1.0? I know there's nothing beyond the local region I mapped out. Again, I can't resist walking across the landscapes. Alright, well, it's gonna get dark. I might actually use the darkness to help me spot the next closest cavern. I believe the ones on the ridge here are technically on the Alsea side. Yes. So we'll leave those alone. Oh, there's one. This is the one we came up from our cavern over here. I remember that. one down here. Oh. Another dead end to Alsea. Interesting. Alright, let's go back to the fort. See if I could spot the next closest cavern entrance. Interesting lighting. I'm assuming that's from my underground torch. Well, this is looking to be tough. Oh, there's one. Maybe I should just draw this guy in. This armor doesn't last long. Well, I can certainly see the caverns. I don't know how attractive this is, but this is certainly unique, these deep lakes. It just always makes me think of some reservoir in the summer when the water levels are drawn down. See if I can get there. I need to watch it. Walk into a cavern with an escort. Do not want to do that. Uh-oh. I attracted someone's attention. Another dead end. Might be good to just sit here. Not sure. We could run out that. Head to the water. Yeah. Here we go. Oh, nice. Oh, not nice. Okay. I think we're getting dangerously close to our goal, the string. Interesting fact. One scientist once theorized that the reasons that human beings are so much less hairy than other close relatives in the primate family is because as we stood up upright, we walked along the shores, and to protect ourselves from predators, we entered the shallows. I can see that. And we developed body fat for warmth, especially the babies, who may have had to do a little bit of floating from time to time. Okay. A little more patience. Cows are good. Hopefully that creeper does not have a telescope. I'm gonna need food. Oops. can't run. Probably moving in a straight line would be good. Let me try something. That might work. Alright, well, of course, maybe I wanted to go in that hole. Oh, you may have. Never mind. See if I can get him. Oh. A sheep fell down there and survived. However, that is just too high of an effort. Cavern entrance. Sometimes it's worth digging up the gravel to see what lies beneath. This cavern's beginning to look like the others. And we are collecting flint after all. And night's falling again. This cavern is completely played out. Perhaps not here. Well, let's try these two. Although I think the higher we go, the lesser the chance of success. Indeed. Probably make for that and then call it a game. Or an episode, rather. I'm sure there's a good cavern system nearby. But we don't have to discover it this time. Or perhaps even at all. We'll see. As long as no one follows us in, I think we'll be good. Another dead end. That does not look too promising, does it? call it an episode. No success in finding an extensive cavern. Not at least ones we had not already found. But it's not all about the destination. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed. I hope I brought some of the danger for you to be excited by, and hope to see you in the next episode. Take care.